What's up, y'all? This y'all big partner, Donta. Make sure y'all hit that like button and let me know where y'all from in the comment section. This prison story right here is about my homeboy, Davino from Flint, Michigan, ended up taking out his step pops over some food stamps. But before we get to this story, y'all, I'm restructuring the way I do my stories. This gonna be the last video that I'm not gonna show my face, right? The next videos that come out is gonna be in June 1st or June 2nd, and I will be showing my face from here on out. All right. So kick back, relax, let me know where y'all from, and let's get to it. So I'm in the day room right now, and I'm doing push-ups over there with my homeboy Tall T, right? My normal routine in the morning after we do count and do breakfast, me and my homeboys, we run laps or jog around the dorm until we can get let out to go to the yard or whatever. But one thing that we do is always stay working out. So me and my homeboy Tall T matching each other on 25 push-ups each. I drop down and do 25. He drop down and do 25. We just go back and forth till the other person quit, right? So it's Tuesday, and y'all know every Tuesday we get new inmates, whatever. But the inmates usually come in probably around noon-ish, but for some reason they brought them in right now. This ain't nothing but like 9:58, 10 a.m. or whatever. So when they hit the door, we start seeing the guys coming there, right? I instantly zeroed in on Davino. You know, I knew Davino from Flint, Michigan. This was back in, I want to say maybe 98, 99, where I knew Davino. I knew Davino when I went to Northwestern, right? Davino was one of them type of dudes that like to fight a lot. You know, that's how I met Davino. Actually, me and Davino fought maybe on my third day there, I believe. And we became friends after we got back from school or being suspended, right? So when I zeroed in on him, I said, Vino. And he looked over there and he's like, oh, what up? Oh, Donta, what's good? So he came over there, we embraced each other, you know, gave each other a handshake, gave each other some dap. Man, where you been at? I said, man, I've been here. He's like, man, that's crazy, man. What you do to get here? I said, man, it's a long story, man. I said, what you do to get here? He was like, man, I'll tell you about it. Come on. So I'm walking him to a cell, right? And he had a lot of commissary. We had 5 bags, right, full of commissary. I said, hey, Vino, you ain't running the store, is you? He was like, yeah, I'm running the store. Why? I said, well, I'm a store man in here. And there's a dude over there named Freddy. They call him Freaky Freddy. I know I don't need to tell you to stay away from him. But yeah, we run the store up in here. He was like, oh, y'all run the store? I said, yeah. He said, I bet. Well, shoot, man. Shoot, I got everything I need, man. My books is loaded, man. I'm straight. I said, okay. So we get in the cell. He started putting the stuff up, right? I'm like, so what happened, Vino? He was like, man, okay, so back in the hood, right, I was dating this chick named Keisha, right? And, you know, she was like this type of scammer type chick or whatever. So, you know, she put me on game of how to get food stamps or whatever. And I said, okay. I was like, what's the play? Now, listen, y'all, what I'm about to tell y'all right now is for educational purposes only. Do not do this or you will go to jail, okay? You will go to jail just like Davino, okay, and Keisha, right? So he was like, okay, so basically what happened is you called the hotline or whatever to get the food stamps or whatever, and just tell them that you homeless, you ain't, what did he say? Oh, you homeless, you ain't got no job, and all this and that. And they'll send you out a card, right? So he said, when they send you out the card, I said, well, wait a minute, if you're homeless, what address you use? He said, just you can use your real address. I said, okay. So he said, they'll send you out this card or whatever. So as soon as you get the card, all you have to do is hurry up and activate it and spend it, and then call them and be like, you never got your card, right? And he said, make sure you put on a hoodie or, some type of mask or something, so just in case if they do an investigation and they roll the cameras back, whatever, they'll see somebody there, but they don't know it's you. You know what I'm talking about? I said, okay. So he said what they would do that, but then they have a whole lot of people doing it, right? And he said that if you tell the people, you got like 8 or 9 kids, man, they give you like $1,000, 500 from the previous month and 500 now or whatever. But he said they have a lot of people doing it till they had it down packed to a science, right? So what had happened is they would pay somebody $100 to basically get $1,000 worth of food stamps, right? So he said, long story short, they put everybody on in the hood, everybody. You know what I'm talking about? He said, man, it was getting dang near $90,000, $130,000 worth of food stamps combined collectively or whatever a month. And he said, man, he was banging the cars out, whatever. So he said, long story short, he and his girlfriend, the girl Keisha mama boyfriend, which is like her stepdaddy in a way or whatever. They ain't married, so we just call him stepdad. They put him on, right? And they basically gave him a little piece of the operation because he a scammer type dude too or whatever. So they showed him the game and they told him, like, look, just give us 5 bands a month. Just give us $5,000 a month, right? And he said, all right, bet. So the first month comes around, he's short 45. He's short. He only come with 4,500, right? Oh, I didn't make enough, but they know he did. They know he did because they keep track of everything. All right, whatever. Pay the 5 bands next month, right? Next month come around, he's short a band, so now he's short 1,500. They know this dude is BSing, so now they like, all right, listen. You just put that on top of the 1,500. Now that mysteriously went missing, that you keep coming up short. You ain't dealing with no narcotics. You ain't dealing with no real product, man. We know it's clear cut. You know what I'm saying? This dude playing, right? So the Vino was telling Keisha, like, hey man, we gonna have to cut him, man, get somebody else to do it, cause this dude's stealing. So she like, man, but it's free money though. You tripping, Vino. It's free money. And he was like, no, it's expensive. What about he just decided not to give us nothing? So no, man, he gonna have to come off of something, man, for real. So Keisha go to her stepfather like, hey, listen, you need to have that 4,000 or 5,000 next month, or we're gonna have to cut you off. And he was like, what you mean cut me off? And she was like, we're gonna have to cut you off because you not doing right. He was like, man, on the real, I can do this myself. I don't really need y'all. I'm giving y'all the money just because, right? And she was like, what you mean by that? He like, man, I know how to do this myself. Y'all already showed me what to do. I really don't need y'all. Let me put a pause right there, y'all. There's always somebody in the hood, always, that's like that. You show them the game, they learn just enough from you, right? And then they show their true colors, being ungrateful, right? Want to take the show on the road for themselves and don't really know all the pieces, right? And then eventually either they mess it up for everybody or they come back to you all humble. Oh, I'm sorry, I was tripping. Nah, them type of people, I ain't gonna say that because YouTube guidelines might do something to this video, so I ain't even gonna say what I really want to say. But anyway, so he like, all right, look, I'm gonna give you all the money, but I'm done. Matter of fact, here. She like, what's this? He like, man, $800. She like, what you mean $800? Nah, this all I got. This all I'm giving y'all, and I'm done. So she was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. He was like, well, it just, I don't know what to tell you, and he walked off. So she called the Vino like, hey, Vino, we got a problem. He like, what's up? She like, man, this dude, he tried to give me $800 and he said he doing his own thing. So Davino, like, what you mean he doing his own thing? Like he not doing what we doing no more? She said, no, he's going to continue to do what we taught him to do, but he just cutting us out. So Vino, like, man, where he at? And she was like, man, just leave it alone, man. Just leave. He like, no, man, where is he at? She was like, man, he at my mama house. He was like, all right, I'm on my way. So he pulled up, Davino sitting on the porch, right? So Davino like, hey man, what's up, man? So stepdad like, what you mean? What's up? What? He like, so Keisha told me that you stepping away and you ain't playing ball no more. Like, what's up? Like, what you mean? What's up? I told her like I'm done. I feel like I don't have to give y'all no money. Yeah, I appreciate y'all showing me the game, but at the same time, I'm my own man. And Davino was like, your own man? You want your own man when we put you on? Like, come on, man, come up off that, man. He like, what you mean come off what? So he was like, yo, dog, I'm telling you, man. Like you really messing up a good thing, man. Why are you doing this, man? You making plenty of money, man. Why are you going against the grain, man? He was like, hey, man, watch out, man. Get out my face, man. So stepdad get up and try to go in the house. So Davino grabbed his shoulder, right? And trying to turn him around. And Step Pops just basically backhanded him with a closed fist, like, bow. Man, Davino, when he hit Davino, right, Davino stumbled. And, he chipped Davino tooth in the front. So Step Pops turned around, was like, I told you, don't put your hands on me, man. Don't put your hands on me. Davino said that he don't know if he blacked out. Davino said he don't know if he just seen red. Davino said before he knew it, he was going inside of his waistband and he was pulling out that thing, right? And he said he just felt like something took over him. And he started letting off, right? So he said the only thing he really remember is Step Pops on the ground with both of his hands up, talking about, please stop, man, please, man, I gotta give you the money, man. Just let me keep my life. This is what he was saying. And he said that Davino said when he shook out of it, he realized Keisha was right there. And Keisha was like, no, stop, Vino, stop, Vino. And he said that's when he really came to. Now he said he had a choice to make. And he was like, man, I just took this dude's life. Keisha, a witness, I'm pretty sure she gonna fold on me. And I know the mama just heard these shots. I ain't going to jail. I ain't going to jail for this. So he said he turned the you-know-what on Keisha and hit her up 3 times. Then he said he ran in the house looking for the mama in the bed asleep. But he said he was so paranoid, he felt like, the mama must be playing sleep. So he ended up doing the mama in too. He just took 3 lives over some food stamps. Now, I know some of y'all going to say, well, it's the principle behind it. The principle. Money. Is the principle money? I think a lot of people get caught up on making money. Yeah, I know we all need money to live and survive in this world. But at the same time, so many people have done evil things, evil acts against the human race, the fellow man, over money, right? Greed. So that greed, right, led Davino to taking 3 human lives. So after he do the mama in, right, he runs out. He runs out the house. Davino, so caught up into what he's caught up in, he doesn't realize that he dropped the gun. After he did the mama in and ran down the stairs to leave out the door, he dropped the gun. He was so full of adrenaline, he didn't realize the mistake he just did, which is about to lead up to him getting a warrant for his arrest. right? All bulletins point, right? So Davino go home. He jump in the shower. He shaking. He said, man, Donta, I felt out of my body, man. I'm just trying to get this blood off me or whatever. Then I'm just in the shower, scrubbing. And I just see their faces. I see step dude face. I see Keisha face. I see her mama face. And I'm like, man, my life is over. It is over. Then he said that's when he realized, like, I'm not going to jail. I'm not. I'm going to just go ahead and do myself in too. So he said after he got out of the shower, he went to his room and he looking around for the you-know-what so he could do himself in. But as he looking around, he noticed, like, yo, where's the thing at? And then it hit him. Oh, snap. I must have dropped it while I was running on my way back here. Oh, snap. My car. Left his car there, y'all. Not only he left his car, he left the you-know-what there, too. So he's sitting on the bed. He like, you know what? I just need to come up with a plan of how all this happened, right? He said as he's sitting on the bed, putting his clothes on, it's probably around 8 o'clock, right? So the sun done set it and nighttime is descending. Nighttime is descending on the earth right now. So he said he see the red and blue cherries, right? Lighting up his whole house. Come out right now. Come out. When Davino did what he did and he took off running, people knew who Davino was. They ran the police ran the license plate, and according to eyewitnesses of seeing Davino running out the house and doing step pops in right there on the porch, you know, they put two and two together and they ended up at Davino's house, telling him to come outside. Davino will be in a standoff for about 5 hours till he finally surrendered, right? He came out with his hands up. They told him, put your hand on top of your head, get down on your knees, and lay spread eagle style on the ground. And when he did that, he said they rushed him, put the knee on his back, threw his hands behind his, jacked him up, put them handcuffs on him, and carted him on off to the county. He said when they put him in the interrogation room, he told them, like, look, y'all just wasting your time, man. I did it. Just go ahead and send me to prison, man. Just go ahead, man. They like, well, you want to give a statement of what happened? He was like, man, I'm just telling y'all I did it. I did everything that y'all thinking I did. So they said, well, we need for you to walk us through. Long story short, y'all, he told them what he told me as he telling me the story, right? So they said, all right, well, that's it. So Davino say when they end up taking him to the bullpen to get processed, whatever, you know, cats, they had to put him in a different tank, right? Well, actually, they had to put him in the hole. Well, it's really not the hole, but it's a single cell that is very cold and got a slab of concrete as a bed and a steel toilet, and it's only equipped for one person, right? I guess that's the Genesee County hole or whatever. I've been in there twice, right? But anyway, he said that after 3 months, you know, after he got arraigned and he just took the years, he admitted to what he did, and that was it. Now he here with me. So I said, dang, Vino, over some food stamps, G? He said, man, Donta, the crazy thing about it, man, I didn't even spend none of that money, man. I ain't spend none of that money that we got doing that. Like, I was just saving it, just the saving of the money. I don't even know where the money at. Somebody that probably moved into that house probably got the money, you know. I said, wait. So you did all that. Y'all did all that, and you didn't even get to spend no money, really? He said, man, D, I probably had about $200,000 put up all throughout that house or whatever, man. Yeah, I didn't even get to spend the money. I said, man, that's a cold play. That's a real cold play. I said, well, we here, man. We here. I said, what me and my crew do, we offer protection up in here. You good. You from the city. You with us, man. They said, all right, bet. I said, but this is the rules, though. So, in my organization, you cannot be one of them type of dudes. And he said, what you mean? I said, you know what I mean. A dude that indulge in, homosexuality. And he said, he said, nah, man, heck, no, man, no, I ain't like that at all. I said, yeah, I know, but, I just have to get a guy out of our crew that I found out that was doing things like that. He said, yeah, there ain't no problem. I said, also, when it's time, when we got an issue with somebody not paying or somebody just trying to move in on our plays or whatever, when it's time to go, when it's time to step, you got to get your knife and it's time to go, right? It ain't no excuses. When one go, y'all move, right? You're like, yeah, I understand that. So I hit him off with a knife. Bam. I said, all right, man, I'm going to introduce you to the family, and that's what it's going to be. Let me give y'all some words of encouragement right quick, y'all. Today is May 27th, I believe. Yeah, May 27th, I believe. 2025. Let me tell y'all something. Crime do not pay at all. It doesn't pay. Now, I get it. In the hood, a lot of us get put in these circumstances where we do commit crimes, right? You do better when you know better. Like for me, for instance, there's no way at the age that I am now, and all the wisdom and knowledge and all the life experiences that I done had this far in life, I can't commit no crimes. I can't. Number one, because I know better, right? Number two, I'm educated enough to say, okay, if I need to make money, I need to do A, B, C, and D the legal way, right? And I know how to do these things. I done gained skills over a lifetime, right? So I know how to make money legally. There's a lot of guys that's getting out of prison right now, and I want to really talk to them right quick. I know that it's hard out here. It is, but you can put yourself in situations to get you out of these situations, because we all know if you getting out of prison and you ain't got no job that you going into, or you going to a training program, you're going back, right? Because you're going to be bored. You're like, I need to make some money. I need to do A, B, C, and D. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to go back to what's familiar to you. So my biggest thing for you cats out there just getting out of prison, right, or about to get out of prison, man, if you ain't got nothing but time, right, get your CDL, become a truck driver, right? Become a truck driver. All that money that people might be sending you, or you might say, oh, well, I got tickets. My driving record is messed up. My license is suspended because of the tickets. Okay, them chicks that you playing with, have them pay your tickets off, right? Or the money that they sending you, instead of sending you, have them pay your tickets off. So when you get out, you can get your license. So you can get that CDL and get on the road, right? So that's one of my biggest advices, right? Or learn how to do some type of trade up in there, a legal trade like carpentry, plumbing, electrical, stuff like that. You ain't got nothing but time anyway.